Good morning. What would you do if you could just take your e-bike or your car um, to planet Titan? And would you stop at a restaurant along the way? Would this give an idea of these electromagnetic pivot buoys? Uh, they can hold any great amount of weight, and though it'd be good if everything was light, obviously, and it was made with less materials altogether. There really wouldn't be much in the way. Uh, and even things like pressure and gas, it's really just a matter of beads or some kind of silica, right, as the walls with electromagnetism. It probably only takes 16 volts to make this pivot thing, maybe 32, maybe same as an e-bike. And and then there'd be lots of little bead things, and it would fly around and get rid of asteroids, meteors, and collect them for scientists. All be very fun and really exciting. Imagine being an artist sitting there on the walkway that's almost like glass, and painting a planet. Be a nice way to pass your day. It's very exciting. Electromagnetism. Really, it's almost like something they would have designed, millions of years ago. But it's all very basic. That's what I really like about applied learning. It's exciting. And I hope they have Mexican, because I do like Mexican. I think I like oh, a good enchilada. I like enchiladas. Mm. Maybe hmm, maybe one of those fancy coffee shops or something. Be quite exciting. Drive your car, you know, just these new magnet cars fly. They just keep flying, go to the planet. And all of these little cube things, tiny little cube things, beads, if you will, they can serve as saws because if they were made well, they would be condensed silica particulate or something like that of nearly indestructible dust that with electromagnetism would be forming itself. So it's completely indestructible. It could be as hard as you like. It could be a saw. It could be a drill. It could be a tool. It could be a wrench. There's really no point in human workers anymore. There's, no need for it. It's just redundant, ridiculous. So I guess, I mean, there's still waitresses and waiter jobs. Maybe a person who greets you at a hotel or something. But really, I mean, money would just be so easy to make, you know, if it's a transition, right? I mean, first you make money, but in reality, what is money? Money has always been a way for people to buy all these things from the economy, but there's, even machines that do things all can be recycled, all can be made into something that's into steel bullion. That is money. But what would you do with it? I mean, really, the cars don't have to be steel, really. In fact, it might even be better if they were just some artificial thing, like you could use bamboo, I guess, cover it with some kind of wrapping, and then just make it as though it were a solid piece to make the car, because there's just no reason that it has to be made of metal so much. It just wouldn't matter. And as far as the roofs go, like I said, it's just particulate. It's held there in suspension by magnetism, and then there would have to be slight shifts, for instance, of the silicon. And because there was a shift, it would just have to move slightly, ripple slightly, so that it never hardened and cured, right, for the length of these walkways. Because having to try and build things with physical products would just be too expensive. You wouldn't need it, it's just ridiculous. Wow, why would you do that? Rockets. Rockets. Why would you want a rocket anyway? You could just, point the train where you want to go, and it just shoots at these buoys faster than the train is going. You can just drive the train to whatever planet you like. It really doesn't matter. Bring your e-bike along as they go out to Mercury or Jupiter or Venus, lay out a new highway. Nice fancy billboard signs, for the space monsters to admire. Maybe some kind of floating space fish or something. You could even technically have, like, with these emitters, eventually have like holographic dragons and billboard signs in space. Well, you won't along with that could just be projected from, you know, something the size of a pinhead. Actually using physical things to design some kind of disgusting stuff. You know? And then we can get back to doing what we're doing on the earth and kind of reduce its population, have places to go, and and that's it. It's really all that simple. It's just a matter of, you know, trying to chill out, because there's so many people who are just so stressed out. And I see it. I've seen it everywhere I've gone. The amount of people who feel that there's some kind of plan for society, their plan, somebody else's plan, is really surprising. Really surprising, isn't it? And you always wonder if it's a real plan. Is it a real plan? People just pretend that it's a plan. I don't even know what the plan is. What is the plan? What's the plan for society? I don't know. But some people like to pretend that there is, and then other people listen to them, maybe. So maybe you could just, like, keep all those really crazy people going somewhere exciting on a train, you know, with, some kind of musical band keeping them company. So they're not driving us crazy, right? As long as they're moving, then we'd never think of it. That would be the most wonderful thing, wouldn't it? They're moving. They'd never be a scary thing again. Why? It's just